What's going on, everybody, man? This is day one of being a business owner slash CEO. I am a service provider. I own a service providing agency here in Kansas. And man, I'm just on here talking to you guys about what it's like to deliver services and how much money have I made, after quitting my job of 10 years. Um, well, I guess I shouldn't say quitting. I didn't leave voluntarily, but nevertheless, God closes one door, He opened the next. Um, I was able to utilize that experience to open my own business and start my own company. And I'm just going to talk to you guys about, the fruits of labor and kind of what the money looks like. I'm, I guess I would say, I'm about 22 days in. This is the 22nd day of work for me without a day off. um, so ownership, definitely um, has a lot of cons to it. The rewards are going to be endless, but it does take time to get there. This is my 22nd day of working nonstop. I haven't had a day off and won't have a day off until I hire staff. Um, but what y'all came here to talk about, man, how much money are you making? How much money are you making right now that you no longer have a W-2 job, employer, and you're your own entity? Well, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I haven't made not 1 cent yet. I've spent way more money than I've ever spent in my entire life, in a span of 30, 30 to 45 days. I've spent way more money than I've ever spent, dog, that I could have ever imagined spending. Um, and that's just kind of really to structure the business. To have the vision of what you want your business to look like. And set your foundation. Um, Man, that's cost. It's cost me a good 40,000 just to get everything set up. Um, Offering the services that we offer as an entity, which is residential and day supports. It requires you to have properties that either you own or rent, where you can, house clients to provide services, or having a day center where people can go and learn vocational skills. They can learn a little bit about life skills and employment, stuff like that. So all of those things, um, all of those things cost money. So um, there's not been a whole lot of money being made right now. It's been a lot of me spending money just to kind of set the foundation. Um, so when you talk about being a CEO and being a business owner, there is a lot of cost involved that you don't think about when you talk about running your own business or you talk about starting your own business. There are little things that cost money, that they add up over time. Um, because in my case, we're spending money on things that we just didn't anticipate. We anticipated that we were gonna need a residential, um, you know, um, home, and we anticipated we were gonna want a day center. But the things that you don't think about is gas every day. you know, those places have utility bills and stuff like that. Um, a lot of the other little costs that are adding up that when I had my W-2 job, when I was working for an employer, I didn't think about, things like ink cartridges. I got a little printer that I bought from Walmart. Well, guess what? It runs out of ink much quicker than your um, your at your state job, the printer that you're gonna have at your state job. Buying paper for your printer. Um, you know, just software for your computers. The time that goes into building the foundation when you're trying to get things to look the way that you want to look. So, me as a CEO, I'm wearing all the hats. I'm the internet guy, the tech guy, um, the maintenance guy, the trainer, you know, I'm the license provider. My partner she handles a lot of different things dealing with the billing and stuff like that. But even with that, that's a process. Then I'm learning about commercial insurance. I had to have $1 million of liability for commercial insurance. You know what I'm saying? Learning about having professional insurance, malpractice, stuff like that. So a lot of this information is foreign when you first start because you don't really know much about it. Um, and all of that stuff costs money. You got bills. I got none but bills coming in, and I got no money coming in. Money's going out, bills coming in, no money coming in. So um, it's a lot of cost involved, man. And then while I'm wearing all of those hats, I'm also the only staff. Me and her are the only staff right now. So some days, like today, I work morning shift. I'm off evening shift, and then I gotta come back and work night shift. Then tomorrow, I only work evening shift, and she works day and night shift. You know what I'm saying? So we really grinding. It's like a non-stop grind. We don't have no staff, ain't no days off, bro. So, you know, day one for y'all is day 22 for us, and we've been working on this since July of 24. You know what I'm saying? So this started July 24 of 24. July 9th is when we established the LLC, and from there we had to establish ourselves and get licensed. That was an entire process, a 3-4 month process in itself. And then once you get licensed, there are other processes that you go through. So it definitely has not been easy. But the last thing I'll talk to y'all about is when you're doing something that you really enjoy doing, it doesn't feel like work. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't feel like work because we understand that we're building something. And I would much rather be working for myself than for anybody else, dog, by far. So if y'all take anything away from this video, man, definitely, if you get an opportunity to work for yourself and build for yourself and your family, take that opportunity, man. Take the risk. It's worth it. And the other thing is, I know a lot of people think about what industries they want to go in and stuff like that. Man, whatever industry you've been working in the longest, in my opinion, that's the industry you're going to have the most success in, because that's the industry that you've been gaining the most knowledge in, because you've been working in it for so long. So just something to think about, man. I'm about to sign off. I got other stuff I got to go and do. I got to go do day service stuff. So, man, look, best of luck to anybody out there starting a business. This is day 22 for me, day 1 for y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.